Oh, Ian, we're back.
Yes, we are.
And then there were two, huh?
Yep, I don't know. People are getting lazy, I guess.
No, I think we're getting more concise. I think we started off a little bit too many cooks in the kitchen, and we're kind of just narrowing our focus and creating the true young professionals podcast. You know what I mean?
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Hey, we're working towards something, I guess. I don't know. Let's start things off. I want to start with events coming up in the city and in the chamber. Ian, what do we have coming up with the chamber? What's going on?
All right, well, first thing always is we've got Daybreakers every Tuesday. Yep.
With new vegan and vegetarian options.
And I hear they're delicious.
Oh, they are extra good. You know, I had the vegetarian last week. It was pretty delicious.
Yep, breakfast burritos.
Yeah.
If you're not going for that, it's probably the 30-plus business owners in Mission Viejo that get together, pass business, advice, and friendship.
What else is coming up, Ian?
Well, we've got a ribbon cutting on November 1st from 5 to 7 p.m. That is the Family Assistance Ministries new chamber member.
Awesome.
FAM is a nonprofit that assists people in need with food, shelter, and personalized coaching on their journey to independence. So that's November 1. We've also got another ribbon cutting the very next week. That is Bubble Pop. So this is their anniversary. Bubble Pop, I don't know if you know this, but they pop bubbles. It is amazing. You got kids, you want to have a work event. They're at the Mission Viejo Mall, large facility, and they're all about just letting the kids or adults experience science with their hands.
Awesome.
And that ribbon cutting is on Wednesday, November 8th at the shops at Mission Viejo. Bubble Pop is an interactive bubble experience where everything in our store is soap and water-based. It's both entertainment and educational. Featured on Netflix's Mika Blippi show. I know a lot about that Blippi show, so it must be good.
Heck yeah.
And that's all for now.
That sounds really awesome. Have you taken your kids there before?
Oh yeah, they loved it.
Heck yeah, nice. There's a lot of new up and coming events with the city as well. We're gonna have our Dia de los Muertos event this upcoming November 1st, as well as that's our story time at 6 o'clock. We have live music with Moon Dog Miller Band November 3rd at 5:30 p.m. There's going to be a math challenge November 4th at 10:30 a.m. Lord of the Strings, Carl, I'm not going to try it, starts with a V. That's going to be November 4th. Tuesday on the Terrace, Carly Moreno, Let's Go Digital, November 8th. Coloring for Adults, November 9th. That's actually a pretty fun event. Been to that one. It's at the library.
Of course you would have.
Hey, you know, I'm trying to network, trying to meet new people, trying to create business here. Big business, you know? No, but it was fun. There's tons of events. The MV Life app for the City of Mission Viejo is phenomenal when you're looking for events, trying to find things as far as like networking, growing your business. Very lucky that like I found myself starting my business in Mission Viejo, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Between the chamber and all the city events that are going on, you're going to have a full calendar. You know what I mean? Like you're going to be able to find at least, you know, a horde of 15 people doing something together with a single purpose at any given day, it feels like.
We got a great city.
I love it. And it's kind of like an older community I feel that is primed to become a younger, like young family city. Look, like with the like moving out and, you know, changing of generations. I think like it's one of the best cities primed to like take on young families because of the lake and all like how active the city is.
The expansion at the center of town, that's
pretty rad.
Huge.
That's pretty cool what they're doing with the walk and all that stuff. If you want an exclusive look at that, come check it out. The chamber gets exclusive looks at that stuff. So, is the trail going to come all the way down here? No.
But I might go there.
Oh, you're gonna put your office up there?
Possibly.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. It's a beautiful place. Like,
Yeah.
who knows when it'll be done though? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
city
they
work.
said maybe 10 years.
Try 50.
They'll start implementing things in the next couple of years, but
Yeah.
finished product, they say 10.
That's going to be a monster of a project, what they got planned.
It is.
Tons of great stuff. Of course, you got the city council meeting November 14th. That's always a hoot. Going down there, get involved in your local politics. It starts from the ground up. Outside of that, that kind of closes it up for events coming up. We're going to have our podcast in November, of course, dropping that monthly as consistent as humanly possible, which leads us kind of into our next topic, which is the podcast format, right? Like we started, and then there were 2. And then there will be 3 eventually, right? We're going to have me, Ian, and Bryn are going to be your 3 main podcast hosts, looking to bring in primarily experts in whatever field we can find. We're looking to bring in people that are top of their game, top of their industry, people that have kind of accomplished stuff and could lend a learning hand to the younger generation, the young professionals.
Yeah,
what
where
this
have you
podcast is
been?
about.
How'd you do it? How many times did you cry?
Yeah, how many times did you cry in your car? Like it's that's what we want, right? We're trying to bring some sort of added benefit. We're gonna make this a true professional podcast. As you can tell, we got the mics. You know what I mean? So we're moving somewhere. We're going in the right direction. We're gonna spread to Spotify, Apple. We're gonna put them out there. We're gonna
I didn't tell you about the deal.
Oh yeah, Ian's making big deals.
Bigger than Rogan.
Oh, where's the commission? We'll talk after. But no, yeah, we really do truly want to make this a podcast where people are going to learn something and gain something, and it's going to, take shape slowly. Me and Ian have day jobs, you know what I mean? Something's got to keep the lights on, right? So this is a secondary thing, if you will, that we're looking to, put in a monthly effort to grow.
Pass it forward.
100%. It's you got to. It's the main thing, It's why I have an intern. It's why we do what we do, It's about making that next generation better. This podcast is going to be kind of short. I just kind of wanted to make sure that we were sticking on that monthly trajectory of putting a podcast out and ultimately address our last podcast was with Don, right, and with Carly, and it was kind of madness a little bit, but we learned a lot. We learned what are we going to do as far as format? What are we going to do as far as location? You might notice we're in a new place, and I don't know. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel amazing.
Yeah. Do you like the overall how we're going to progress into more of a professional setting and how we're going to run things and ultimately look to bring in experts and
Yeah. I mean, I think the way this works is we look unprofessional because we're trying something new. Most people are afraid to do anything that they might have a passion for because you kind of have to look like an idiot for a while.
Oh, it's mandatory. I'm not afraid of looking like an idiot.
Right.
I do it all the time.
I love trying new things. Once you get past that phase of, okay, I think I know kind of what I'm doing, then it's does this feel good or not?
Yeah.
Strong feeling that we're going to be doing a lot of these, and I think we'll stop looking like idiots soon.
Yeah, it's really not that hard to show up once a month and shoot the breeze and kind of talk about upcoming events and how to grow your practice and be a young professional. It's just a matter of doing it in the right format where people can listen to it in the car. But yeah, it's just we're going to try to ultimately provide value and make it a better listening experience and have a truly professional format.
Let's get serious now.
Yeah, it is kind of hilarious that we're trying to say we're going to have a more professional setting and we got Ian in the...
I mean, it's October. Come on.
Yeah, it's Halloween,
It's
it's Christmas, it's the holidays, come on. At least he's not a turkey. That'll be next. That'll be the next pod.
That'll be next.
That'd be awesome. We should show up with a giant turkey for the next podcast. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Just eat turkey the whole time. Talk about professional audio. It's just me smacking on turkey the whole time.
I mean, that's a thing.
That won't go well. That won't go well. Yeah, that's kind of it. Bryn Moore will be back. He unfortunately, too busy making.
He's just hard at work.
Yeah, he's just making too much money. So wasn't here this week, but we're going to be ultimately looking, like we said. Well, I don't want to name drop anybody because I don't want to, get in trouble. But looking to hopefully have a pretty substantial guest next time with Bryn Moore and kind of, break into, what books did you read? I don't know. Like, how did
So
you?
I should wear a suit next time.
No, you're going to show up as a turkey. I thought we talked about this.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, a suit for sure, definitely. No, we got to be the young professionals. We're going to look good, sniffy. I got a freaking tie clip in.
Looks great.
But, yeah, that's ultimately what we're going to be looking to do, progressing, moving forward, and, try to provide some sort of value. So, that kind of leads us into our next segment of
Yeah, I know we talked a
value.
bit. I wanted to know what your darkest day was, and you haven't had it yet. So
No.
that's a real bummer. We're going to have to wait until that happens. I
I'm going to come in here crying one day.
Yes.
That'll be tough.
Yeah, call me right in the middle. I need something.
I got a lot of people to call. That's maybe why I haven't had my darkest day, huh?
Yeah.
It's because I have the outlets.
Yeah, so until that happens, I've got a new question.
What's the new question?
And you may not have thought about this yet. A lot of young professionals or anybody starting a business, they have an idea of what they want to do. And some people have a really strong why from day one. Most people do not. So what is a day in the life of Danny Katzman look like 15 years from now?
15 years from now. Oh, yeah. Don't click the pen. Nicholas gets mad at us for that. A day in the life 15 years from now for Danny on a Wednesday, right, is going to look like I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I am going over probably the coffee pot, making some coffee. I'll go in detail, you know what I mean? I've planned this out. Go over to the coffee pot, go outside, sit down, watch the sunrise. Obviously watch the markets open.
Of course.
That's the fun part. Read the newspaper. Maybe go fishing for a little bit after I've made a few calls. So I'm either
You
going
can make calls on the boat.
No, hell no. Hell no. That's the point. Well, of course you can, right? But it's
Bring a client.
that's the goal. So it depends on which house I'm in ultimately, right? Am I going to be at the mountain house with the lake, or am I going to be down at the beach house with the big boat?
Yep.
So either way, I'm still going to cast a line off the back dock. Then I am hopping in the car, going down to the office. Probably making client calls. Sorry, that was what is that song?
You gotta get better at distractions,
You
man.
heard that song? I'm sorry. Yeah, hopping in, working with clients, and making some phone calls, and heading home, eating dinner with the family, calling it a day. That's probably what my day looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's really important because when especially business owners are having a hard day, right? You can't just call in sick. It's your business. If you call in sick, right, work isn't getting done. Clients aren't being satisfied. So during those hard times, what keeps you going is knowing that this day isn't the future, right? The future is what you described. You just have to work hard to get there.
100%.
And if you think out 10, 15 years and you don't see your life changing, you're still working, 12 hours a day, and that's not something you want to do.
I want to work 12 hours
Might be
days,
best to rethink.
and that was a 12-hour day. Don't mind you, right? So
Yeah,
I started at
fishing
5
doesn't
a.m. and I was in the office by 9,
Yeah.
bare minimum, right? And then I didn't leave the office till probably 6-ish, and then I got home, and then I still, I ate dinner with the fam, and then I still answered emails after dinner. And
Wait till you have kids. You'll be going home at 3.
Hopefully not. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, already planning on being an absentee father. That's not good. That's not good.
That's what your 20s are for.
Yeah,
You got
exactly.
plenty
I'm
of-
23.
you got
Get
plenty
out
of
of
time
here.
to
Get
do
out
the
of
hours.
here. Yeah, exactly. So, but no, it's so I'm going through an interesting experience, right? My intern's like fielding all these job offers for me. He's trying to get me into like what my dad would say is like the elite money manager guys, right? Like just like uber affluent individuals. And it's like, that's a great route, right? It's like kind of get in there, but these guys are still answering the phone call, even sitting at the dinner table with their family.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like, is that what I want? I don't know. Like I want a mixture. I understand like it takes a mixture. It takes an ultimate combination. You have to make sacrifices along the way to get to where you want to go. And you have to paint that picture. I watched an individual I care about, like, almost kill himself on the way there. And it's like, balance, right? Like this idea of, like, it takes a mixture of, like, stewardship and serenity to get through this, like, crazy balance of life, you know?
Yep.
Like, it's, that's what causes me to have stability is like I literally thought about this in the shower this morning. Like I'm a weirdo, but it's we're the yin and yang, and it's like how you balance life. And I think ultimately for me, it's like it's a mixture of having your stewardship, right? Your duty and your obligation to like your fellow man, your family, yourself, your God, whatever it is. But then you have your serenity side where it's like you have your obligation to yourself, taking care of yourself, going and relaxing, like, and if you do too much of that, it doesn't work out anyways. You know what I mean?
Put on your own mask first, but don't forget your kids.
Yeah, no, Danny, the non-absentee father, won't. Okay, it's the stewardship.
No, lots of people have that mindset, and you think the more successful I get, the more I'm going to be beholden to my clients. I'll have more clients, they're going to be calling me all the time. But what you realize somewhere down the line is when you're building your business in the right way, your clients like you and they respect you.
As a person, way more than you even realize sometimes too.
If it's an emergency, I'm going to answer the phone regardless of what time it is. I got one of my best clients because I answered the phone at 12:22 a.m. on a Sunday.
Heck yeah.
And he left messages with 4 other advisors. They all called him back right early in the morning, but I got the meeting. But if it's not an emergency, my clients know they can call me and leave a message or an email, and I will get to it either after the kids go to bed or in the morning.
Yeah.
And they like that, right? They like knowing that I'm taking care of myself because it means I'm going to be able to take care of them for longer. So I don't kill myself on that rise up.
Oh, two truth words.
But you gotta, you're not there yet. Everybody, when they start, it's a game. You know, how many hours can I work in a week without permanently ruining my mental health? Because you can go a while. You know, I did it for a year where I was out pounding the pavement every single day, weekends, evenings, just knowing that I wouldn't have to do it eventually.
Yeah.
If I do it now, then I will be able to spend more time doing what I want to do later.
Yeah. So Alan pulled me aside after one of our board meetings. He's like, so how's everything going? I'm like, it's great, dude. It's super busy. And I'm like, he's like, good. You busy? And I'm like, yeah. Like, look at, like, I showed him my calendar, and he's like, and he's like, great. Like, this is the time, right? Like, in your 20s, do everything.
Yes.
Like, throw it all against the wall. Once you have kids, you're screwed. Like, it's, you know.
You
He didn't say that exact words, Mrs. Bayer.
Well, no, you are screwed because you don't realize how much you're going to love those kids, and how working the extra evening hours, they don't seem important anymore when your kids are in the other room.
Yeah.
So they screw you by being just so darn lovable.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I have no clue.
It's totally fine to be clueless at this point.
Yeah, for me, it's just totally unrelatable. it's kind of relatable because like I can imagine how fun it would be to like take your kids fishing or something like that. Like today I was talking to one of my clients and are we allowed to talk about that? Okay, cool. Yeah, I was talking to one of my clients and like he's got a lake by his house or whatever, and he's got some boys, and I was saying like, oh, have you taken your boys out there to do some fishing or whatever? He's like, not yet, but we got all the gear and we went up, somewhere else fishing, and it's like, that's what it's all about, right? It's like the creating that next generation, teach a man to fish, he eats forever, give a man a fish, eats for a day. You heard that before?
Yes, I have.
Of course you have. Yeah, never mind.
I'm an old man, remember?
I forget. Freaking hanging out with an ancient alien.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is, though, important you don't need to plan out every phase of your life or every year, I'm going to get married at this time and have kids at this time. But
Just
knowing...
God laughs anyways, yeah.
Exactly. But knowing the general phases, like pretending or assuming that you're going to be able to work as hard as you did in the first 10 years of career when you have kids, like if being a part of their lives is something you want. And millennials...
If you want to be a dad.
It's cultural too. So it used to be expected and it was kind of required. You had to work long hours to afford the life for your family. But I guess it's even worse now financially with inflation. But we've realized also that it's not worth it to miss out on either it's your kids or your spouse or your hobbies, just hanging out. Like eventually you're going to realize that, oh yeah, I worked so hard all these years. And you look back, you never got to enjoy it. And you die of a heart attack at 55. You got to make time every day. Do something for yourself.
Beep that out again. Yeah. Because it happens to so many. That is not like a picture or a thing that hasn't happened before.
Right. Unfortunately, if anybody is listening, everybody has experienced or knows somebody who's experienced that. Just that burnout.
At least one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bryn mentioned at the last podcast that his mom and dad, who run the insurance business, specifically made the decision to work less, make less money, so that they could do all this crazy cool stuff with the kids. And they got to do that for his entire childhood. And his dad died when I think he was a teenager.
Yeah, and at least he has all the memories of that.
Right, like that's terrible. But in another world, the normal thing that society wants you to do is work hard in those years.
Yeah, and then
your kids are grown, right? You don't remember them, and you will never get the chance to get to know them.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about Bryn Moore's situation without him here at all. But Bryn Moore, come back. We need you. Speaking of which, let's just keep it high and tight. Let's close it out.
Let's do it.
Come to our events. See the Grinch. He's there. He'll be dressed in costume every single event moving forward until the first of the year.
It's always a costume. The suit's a costume too.
Yeah. It's a suit. It's a Grinch suit. It's all the same garbage. But yeah, we'll catch you next month. Come out. Come to Daybreakers. Come to some city events. We have the Mission Viejo hosts our Christmas tree or Christmas home lighting decorating contest. Christmas home lighting decorating contest. And we're looking for corporate sponsors as well as local sponsors. If you're interested in sponsoring, please email me at
Gotta know your own email.
Send it to, email right here. Well, I don't want to send it to my work one. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know which, there's a lot of different emails there. So, and I don't want to put it out on YouTube. So send it to this email right here and let me know if you're interested in sponsoring. The deadline for that's going to be November 20th. And me and Ian will be sponsoring that. get your name, get your logo on there for a minimum of $250 to get the logo on the banner. The city promotes it. It's a great way to get your name out there if you're starting a business. Yeah. Other than that, we'll see you guys next month, and thanks for listening.
See you later.